You've probably heard the buzzwords materialism, minimalism, millennials, but how do we walk the fine line between frugality and money well spent? I'm here with Budget Girl, and she's going to be helping us answer all of those questions so that we know how to live a life well balanced. Hey, it's Justine with Debt Free Millennials. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe where we talk about all things millennial and money. And I'm here with the Budget Girl. So awesome to have you.
Thank you. It's so good to see you.
This is awesome. If you don't know Budget Girl's story, be sure to check out her channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. We'll link to her channel below in the description. So check her out. We both have very similar stories.
We do. And we were both on the Dave Ramsey show.
Absolutely. Yay!
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about just how you spent money back in college. What was that like?
That was a bad time. So not only did I spend every single dollar that came into my possession, I took out student loans to spend more dollars and then pay them back, like essentially double on that for stuff I don't even know what I bought. I thought that money was for spending. I kind of grew up in a shoppy household where that was how we filled our free time. And so that's what I did. I took out student loans not only for my school, but to spend even more money. So clothes, dorm decor, like sorority gifts type things. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, guys.
There's so much Taco Bell.
McDonald's
Which I regret
for me.
for a myriad of reasons.
Oh, yeah. Well, it happens to the best of us. So you're telling me that you literally had refunds from your student loan.
I had refunds from my student loan that I then put into my bank account and lived off of for the semester. I would scour the clearance racks at we had a dirt cheap, so there was always new stuff in there. And it didn't matter if it was a little banged up, it was such a good deal. Or yeah, just any store like clearance racks, it's such a good deal, I need to have it.
Yes, the good deals where it's always like in bright orange or bright yellow and you're like, it's only $5.
The clearance sticker, yeah, I need that.
So the lack of money after you graduated, what was what really kind of shifted your mindset, it sounds like, from buying all these random items and the shopping?
Yeah, where all of a sudden I didn't have any money at all and I couldn't go shopping. I couldn't, even if I wanted to, because I didn't have any money to do so. And then when I started getting money again, I kind of made that vow to myself of, you're not going to waste it this time. So I started putting everything to debt. And throughout that process, over the next 3 years as I paid off debt, I became more conscious about my spending, and I grew to really love and take care of the things that I currently owned and that were serving me and were helping me in my life. So I was grateful for them.
That's key.
So key to be grateful, because if you're just constantly buying new things, I didn't even know what I had. I didn't even know what I had. So being grateful for the things that I had, I was selling things constantly. Do I really need this in my life? Do I really need this in my life? Do I really need this in my life? And so I was getting rid of stuff constantly, which kind of turned me into a little bit of a minimalist.
Yeah, let's talk about minimalism. So in your eyes, what does minimalism mean to you?
It doesn't mean all white furniture and bedding
and white walls
and white walls and no color, because I love color and I love pattern. It's not about showing how happy you can be with nothing. It's about truly valuing the things that you have and kind of constantly considering if adding new things in is worth not only the cost but the mental space it's going to take up, because every time you bring something into your home, it needs a home, so you're going to have to organize it, have a place for it. You're gonna have to clean it. You're gonna have to move it when you move.
Maintain
You're gonna have
it.
to look at it. So there's the visual clutter as well. And just over the course of a few years, I really kind of pared down all the visual clutter so I could focus in on what I wanted.
Amen, sister. A lot of millennials struggle with shopping and putting things on credit cards and getting into credit card debt because they've just, that one-click Amazon button, and it's just so easy to click.
Damn that Amazon.
And it feels good to get a box. I love getting stuff in my mailbox.
Yeah.
It's a present, and you open it up and you get really excited, and it's this thing, but then it's fleeting. So talk to me about materialism and how that's working.
Those Amazon boxes are so fleeting, and I can't tell you how many times I've gotten one and I've opened it and I've been like, these things that I ordered, and then I don't do anything with them for like a week. And that's usually like the tell of, oh, I didn't really need this purchase. I thought I needed it at the time, but I didn't. Materialism is a real thing, and often emotions often tie into it.
Yes.
Emotions so often tie into having to buy things. So when you're scared, you buy things. Or for me, I eat. Yeah. When I'm feeling unsteady about my work or my life, sometimes it feels like buying new things will fill that hole, but the thing is that they never, ever, ever do. So my tricks for this are when I am feeling spendy, which is, I think, a real feeling.
Yep, I feel that all the time.
Yeah, I'm stressed, or I'm anxious, or I'm just not happy about something. I feel like something, I feel like buying something. I feel like going shopping. I will instead organize something.
Ooh, I like that tip.
Yes.
Tell me more.
So
organize what?
I will organize somewhere because usually I'm at home. But maybe if I'm at my office, I'll organize my desk drawers. So throughout this journey as well, I've become a little bit more organized, because it's a better way to live. I'm very much a fan of outward order, inner calm. I feel like I get more done when my home is clean and it's organized and there's not just stuff laying out, like I said, the visual clutter. I also operate off of a wish list system. So Amazon has those wonderful wish lists. I never buy anything immediately on Amazon. It always goes onto a wish list, and if I still want it a day, a week, a month later, then I'll think more about buying it. But I never just go on and one-click buy. It's not allowed.
I love that. And you can share those wish lists, right? Mm-hmm. For Christmas, birthday.
Yeah. And I did this even before Amazon 2-day shipping was a thing. I kept a wish list during my debt-free journey on my phone. I think it's still there, actually, and in my Google Drive, where I would say things that I wanted, a gold belt, new flats, things that I thought would add to my life that I couldn't afford. And then I was never just shopping unintentionally. That's the first part. The second part, if I'm going on and I'm feeling spendy, I am allowed to put things in the wish list. That's if I don't feel like getting up and cleaning. However, if I'm tempted to buy things off the wish list, I often first go and I'll do just like 5 minutes of organizing. I'll organize a drawer, I'll clean out a space in my kitchen or my office, or I'll go into my closet and start maybe pulling out some things to potentially donate. If I figured out that if I kind of make myself take stock of places in my home, I'll realize how much abundance I have.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. So, and if you think you don't have places, go under your sink.
There's plenty of abundance under the sink.
There's so much abundance under the sink. And so this serves me in multiple ways. One, I kind of get rid of the shopping kick for a while. I don't know why it works, but it does. But once I pull out everything and I start throwing away like expired things and kind of trash, and I'll kind of reorganize things into just little bins that I have, or cardboard boxes. Those Amazon boxes work excellent as kind of in place storage.
Yes, or my Goodwill box.
Yes.
They serve as my Goodwill box.
So I start organizing, I'm putting it back, I'm seeing what I have. It lets me know what I really have, so I'm not wasting money stocking up on things that I don't need, and usually alleviates that spendy thing. Because when you're feeling spendy, you're feeling empty. Mm-hmm. You're feeling stressed. By organizing, you're doing something that will make you feel like you've accomplished something, which usually combats that.
Wow, yeah, so true. So would you consider yourself a natural spender or a natural saver?
I get this question a lot, and I used to always answer that I was a spender back in college, and I still enjoy things, but throughout my debt-free journey, I think I became a saver, because so often I see something and I'm like, it's pretty and I want it, but I'd rather save the money. I'd rather just have that money now. So I think I've changed.
Wow.
Are you allowed to do that?
For sure. I think you can have best of both worlds, and that's what I think life balance is all about, that you can choose to make those decisions to buy the things that really add value. Mm-hmm. And you're getting rid of the stuff that doesn't. You're de-emphasizing those things that don't matter to you anymore, that's stuck in your house, taking up space.
And that doesn't mean you can't ever have new things. I actually had quite an inner battle with myself when I decided to kind of redo my living room. And it wasn't just like a home decor project, there was an actual need for it, because I've been sitting on a love seat for the past 4 years that I got on Craigslist for $100, and there's not enough space for me and my boyfriend and my dog. There's just not, and I also like to host and like have people over, and there's just not enough space. Yeah. So I have this huge living room, tiny little couch. So I started shopping for a new couch, and I literally spent months saving up for the couch, shopping for the couch, reading the reviews. If you've ever written any review or left any sort of like 5-star rating on this couch that I bought, I read it. I took stock of it. I internalized it. So I saved up for it. I made certain that it was the one that I want. I made certain it was a good value, that it was going to last me a long time. And then I finally pulled the trigger and I got a new couch and I set a budget for it, of course, to redo my living room. Got a new rug super cheap, invested a little more in the couch because I wanted something that would serve me for a long time. Got a few more frugal pieces of little art in there, and now I have a space that I really love.
Hell yeah, I love that. So you and I both follow budgets, right? And that's something that we encourage everybody to do, is to have a written budget, no matter what that looks like in your eyes. How do we prioritize spending and stick within a budget? What does that look like for you?
So it took me a second to figure this out, but I essentially save up for everything before I buy it. So that way it not only kind of helps me keep my budget in line, but I never have to do like the sticker shock of a giant purchase in one monthly budget. So what I'll start doing is, when I'm planning on buying something like a couch, I'll start putting into my budget, save X amount for this, and I'll put it in a sinking fund. I'll let that sit until it's finally time to do, and then it's not disrupting my budget when I buy it. I'm pulling from savings. So.
I love that, and I did that. I really like Gap jeans for some reason. I like the quality, the 1969, which are also like $70. They're spendy.
Yeah,
they're
good
spendy.
jeans can be worth it.
So good jeans, I wanted to invest in those, so I know, okay, hey, this is an investment piece for me. I'm going to have these jeans for 5 years, so I'm going to actively save for that in my budget, even though I allow only $50 a month for clothing.
So that means you can't buy it for at least over a month.
Yep. And so every single month I'm just, okay, I'm saving up for those jeans. And then, 2 months later, basically, I have the money.
Yeah. And I have a clothing sinking fund kind of for that purpose as well, so I can take advantage of sales.
Love that idea.
Yeah, I did not do that while I was getting out of debt. I had some sinking funds, but now I have more outside things that I can pull from, and it doesn't disrupt my budget or my savings, which I also prioritize a lot.
Absolutely. So what you're saying is, when you put these things inside of your budget, it's actually giving you the freedom.
So much freedom.
To purchase the things that you really love, even if they're more spendy, but it's something that it's going to last you a long time.
It also makes a multiple step process where I have to consider if I really want this, because I have to decide that I want it, allocate the money, put that in there, pull it out. It makes it a longer process, and anytime it's a longer process, you're going to put more thought into it. It's not an impulse buy. More
thoughtful, exactly. And I think one thing that I do, and I'd be curious if you do it too, when you're going out and doing the sales runs, I actually make a list of things that I am looking for specifically, so I don't get shiny object syndrome.
Right. And sometimes it can be like tops for work, but in my head I know that tops for work can't be tops that go with jeans. They need to be tops that go with slacks, or shoes for this. A gold belt would serve me. A shrug in this color would serve me well. A long necklace for this conference, which I got for $3 at Charming Charlie.
So cute. Love Charming Charlie.
Yeah. And I was able to have that money already set aside. I have the list of exactly what I need, and then I'm not buying things that aren't going to work for me.
That's a great tip.
And wasting them, because with your jeans, I try to do everything as a cost per use. So when I look in my closet, I see, okay, I've gotten a lot of use out of that. That was worth the $50. Maybe this dress, which was $18 and is already starting to pill, isn't going to be as good of an investment cost per use wise.
Love it. Okay, so where can we find out more about Budget Girl, what you're talking about? Where can we find you?
I am on YouTube here at Budget Girl. So that's youtube.com/budgetgirl. And I'm also on all social medias at Go Budget Girl. So Instagram, Facebook, etc.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
being
me
here. This was awesome. This is the first time we're meeting in real life.
It doesn't feel like it though. I feel like we've known each other for a really long time. And I tried to convince you were here last year.
Oh, right. In spirit.
In spirit, she was here last year.
In spirit, yes. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate all the wisdom. And let us know if you're balancing that frugality and spending. What does materialism, minimalism look like for you? We'd love to know.
I would love to know. We'll both be responding down in the comments below.
We'll catch you guys soon. Bye.